Hey guys, MicroJig sent me this MicroDial Tapering Jig to do a review on. And so far, I can tell you it's well constructed. Had minimum of parts to put together. And I'll show you how it works. The tapering jig has these slots right here that allows you to move your handle in the position that you need. Say you need it towards the center, you can move it in the center. Or if you need it more up front, you can move it up front. Or you move it back here. These wing nuts right here, they accommodate up to 2 MicroJigs, grippers. Right here is your pivot point. What you do is you loosen this up, and back here you have another lock. Then you're allowed to move the angle of your taper. These right here are your memory stops. It has 2 of them, one here and one here. The reason it has those memory stops are to say you have to do two different sizes of tapers. Say the first one, you only need this much of a taper. You set this memory lock right here into position so it won't go past that. Say you have to do a bigger one. Say it's about that size. So you set up this memory lock to that taper. Now you can quickly go from one taper to the next without having to remeasure and set everything up. Also, when you're adjusting your tapers, you want to use these as your locks. Do not lock it with these dials, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. So yeah, you lock this one up and you lock the pivot point up, and that'll hold it in position and it won't move. That's to do tapers. To do straight edging, this right here has to match into this slot here. So what you do is you pick this up and you line. Now you want to line these up in the grooves here. Once you do that, then you put your wing nut in. And you also want to do the one back here too. You lock that into position. Now this is in a position to do straight edging. Next, I'd like to talk to you about the trailing block. That's this right here. You loosen these up right here, and then you take it out of its holder. And what you do is you put it in the back here and tighten it up. What this does is it helps push the rough lumber. Has these little points right here. The little points right here, as you know, rough lumber isn't straight, so these little points here help accommodate it, keep it straight. And this is good for when you're doing a straight edge. As you can see, like I said, it accommodates a gripper. And basically what you do is you put it in like so, tighten down your wing nuts. Take your board that you're going to do a taper on, set the adjustment height, and then lock it into position. On the back here, you have this trailing hook right here that helps feed the board in also when you're doing tapers. This right here is a degree scale. It goes from 0 degrees to 10 degrees in increments of 1/8 of an inch. This one here is your 1/16 of an inch per foot. It goes anywhere from 0 inches to 2 inches in increments of 1/16 of an inch. That's for your rise and run. Remember when I told you not to rely on these knobs as locks? Because it has this small pin right underneath that if you break that, you won't be able to use this scale. As you can see, these knobs have little points. What you do is you lift it up, set that pin inside the holes to the degrees that you want. Say like if you want to do the measurements in black, you set that pointer in the black. You use the pointer off the black and set that pin to the degree that you want. Say if you want to do it in green, you lift it up, you put it in increments of the green, and so forth. It has a black X which allows you to move it freely. Thanks guys for watching this review of the MicroJig Tapering Jig. It is a great tool and I enjoyed it very much. I've worked with it for 2 months now and it works perfectly. So stay safe, happy woodworking, and I'll see y'all later.